Hey everyone, back again. You may have watched my how to play penny stocks video. If so, I appreciate everyone's views. But I did want to take a moment to share some new ideas, and these ideas are personal ideas that I have for my investment strategy for the year 2012. 2011, I got heavily involved in precious metals. I love precious metals. I intend to continue to remain involved heavily with precious metals. I think there's a lot of value to that physical asset, and it's a lot of fun to collect. But this isn't a precious metals video, this is a penny stock video. So what's new for 2012? Before I continue, I always want to say that this is for entertainment purposes only. This should not be considered an investment recommendation to buy or sell a security. I'm offering this for entertainment purposes only. So what am I going to do differently in 2012 with penny stocks? Well, in the past, I was primarily fixated upon the 000 plays. Now these are sub-penny stocks. The lowest that a stock can list at is 0001, so that's .0001. So in essence, someone for $100 before commission could get around 1 million shares of that company if the ask was at 0001. So I was fixated upon those. I did well with majority of them, but there's some I got stuck holding the bag. Now holding the bag just means that got into this 000 penny play. It went down to 0001 on the ask, and at that point the bid was nothing. There were no market makers on the bid. So I'm in essence holding the bag. I couldn't sell it if I wanted to because nobody's willing to buy. There are no market makers on the bid side of the fence. That's an obvious disadvantage to playing the 000 plays. Now, an obvious advantage to playing the 000 plays is that there's a lot of potential for extreme profitability. Imagine getting into the stock at 0001 or 0002 and riding it up to the multi-penny range. That is a lot of money off a few $100s worth of investment, of speculative investment. But likewise, that's a quick way to potentially have that money locked up. Locked up meaning that the stock goes no bid, you can't get out of the position if you want to. So for 2012, I'm personally using a new strategy. I'm adopting the strategy where I'm focusing upon penny to 5-cent price per share stocks. What I'm primarily doing is screening, and you can watch my How to Play Penny Stocks video and see that I use OTCmarkets.com and some other techniques to screen for the speculative investments that I like to get in. But what I'm primarily going to do is screen for stocks that are, as I said previously, a penny to 5 cents. I'm going to look back on the chart. Has this company historically split a lot? I like to stay away from companies that split a lot. I know there may not be anything negative associated with that, but personally I like a company that doesn't, in my opinion, splitting, and there's other ways to look at it, but in my opinion, splitting is a form of deceit. They're trying to deceive people into thinking, wow, you know, I saw this stock 6 months ago and it was below a penny, now it's 5 cents. And what your average investor, your average penny stock lottery player may not realize is that there was a split involved. And companies do that all the time. But what I really like for 2012 are companies that have historically have had very significant highs, and in particular companies in the past that have plummeted to extreme lows but have recovered. So I'm looking for stocks that from a historical point of view don't tend to just remain a dead dog. They had a good price per share, they tanked, maybe it was a significant event, whatever it may have been, made it rebound, and then it tanked again. I want a company that communicates well, a company that puts out a decent amount of press releases. Now, companies that put out too many press releases, to me, that's a red flag. You're trying, in my opinion, regardless of how on the up and up that company may appear to be, a company that puts out an abundance of press releases, in my opinion, they're likely trying to pump their stock. So to try to raise awareness and get people to buy in. I like to stay away from that. My strategy for 2012 is to pick cyclical cyclical, and that's a hard word to say, but cyclical speculative penny stock plays. So in other words, and I never mention a particular symbol or anything. Those are not my intentions. I'm doing this for entertainment purposes only and to illustrate a method of thinking for speculatively investing in penny stocks. So think of a company, this is hypothetical, a company that does storm damage cleanup. Well, look at their chart. Maybe during the months that typically have very strong winds, which are March, April, May, around that time, if you look at a chart, maybe this particular company really spikes during those months and then it plummets. That's a good example, a good example of a cyclical penny stock lottery play, because you get in on that before it tends to cyclically spike. You might be able to ride it up, take your profits, get out, get in on something else that, preferably another cyclical play later in the year, ride it up, take your profits, and you're out. And then just kind of ride that little wagon throughout the year. There's no guarantee that a company that has done this for the past 10 or 20 years is going to do it, is going to pop and drop at the same time frame the next year. But it's in my opinion, it's a better gamble, because with by looking at that, one can better predict what it might do. And also the obvious advantage to doing these penny to say 5-cent stocks is that the possibility of it quickly going into the seller and no bid, the seller being no bid, CELLAR. The probability of it going all the way down there before you can bail out for a small loss is a lot less. So even if you pick a few bad apples, should likely be able to get out without 100% loss. So that's all I've got for 2012. There's no real science to it. It's just what I'm doing. I like to challenge myself with these new investment strategies. Again, not an expert, just a hobbyist. Like to have fun with this stuff. And welcome everyone's feedback. Feel free to check out all my other stock market videos too. Also got a lot of precious metals videos and some random goofy stuff as well on my YouTube channel. But thanks for tuning in and have a good one.